What's up, people? Welcome to another episode of Uncorked with T. I'm here with my amazing guest, Dianna Tyler, aka Goddess Warrior the Poet. So thank you guys for being with us today. Remember, here on Uncorked with T, we talk with interesting people about their talent, their business ventures, and their community contributions. So we're gonna get to all of that today with Goddess Warrior the Poet. Goddess Warrior, how you doing?
Man, I'm blessed. I'm extremely blessed, and I'm grateful. You know what I mean? I definitely won't complain. I'm feeling good.
Guys, it's so good to talk to you. I've been following your career for a little while. I am definitely a fan. I love your spoken word.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Absolutely. And everyone watching, make sure that you check out her video in the chat. Right? Check it out. I'm sorry, I didn't ask you your pronouns. I apologize.
Man, I'm old school. She, goddess. You know what I'm saying?
Goddess? I go with goddess.
Yeah, I was still born a girl, so I'm cool with that.
You got it. All right, so let's hop right in here. I have a lot of questions for you.
All right on.
The first one is, Goddess Warrior the Poet. Names are how we introduce ourselves to the world.
Indeed.
When you chose the stage name, Goddess Warrior the Poet, what parts of yourself did you want the world to see?
I wanted them to see a strong warrior goddess. I wanted them to see not just a lesbian stud, but someone who was more than a woman, but a goddess.
Damn. That's what's up. I love it.
Yeah, that's the name of my first album, man. The album that I got online right now is called More Than a Woman, Introduction of a Goddess. So yeah, that's exactly who I am.
Goddess. I love that. So we are a little bit echoey. If there's anybody in the chat or on the video who knows how to fix that, please throw a suggestion in the chat and we'll work on it. Troubleshooting while we're working is how we fix things. When did you start writing poetry, and when did writing turn into performing for you?
Man, I've been writing poetry since I was like a kid. I used to write my mom's poetry for like Mother's Day cards and holidays and stuff like that, making my own cards at the crib and just writing in school. I've always been a writer at heart. That's always just been something that I've been passionate about. Performance wise though, I didn't get out on the Chicago spoken word scene performing until 2012. So I'm coming up on 10 years in this here game. I'll be able to say I've been doing spoken word for a decade. So yeah. I'm looking forward to that moment.
Oh, that's a so I'm sorry that I'm echoey, guys. I'm not sure how to fix it, but if you have any suggestions, please put that in the chat and we will troubleshoot as we go along. So you perform, you run a production company, your career is on the rise, you have children. How the hell do you juggle it all?
Man, I don't know, sis, man. God is good. That's all I can say. That I've been able to manage my time, manage being a mom. Everything in life is about balance anyway, whether you're a Libra or not. I mean, everything is about creating that balance, you know what I'm saying? So that's what it's all about for me, man, is being able to create that balance with still being able to be a mother and do what it is that I love to do and still securing a future for my children while doing what I love to do. So that's definitely what motivates me, is because everything that I do is setting them up, not just me, but I'm making sure that I'm doing what I'm doing to set my babies up. So for sure, they in the background up there on the wall, my twins, and my other son is right there. I have another son, his name is Messiah. He's my oldest son. I didn't give birth to Messiah, but I've been raising him since he was born. I named him and everything. He's 15 years old, so that's my first son. That's my first baby. Still gonna always be my baby. So I got 3 boys, Miss T.
Got 3 boys. Oh, have mercy. So you were recently nominated for Chicago Music Award under the category of Best Spoken Artist.
Man,
Congratulations.
yeah. Thank you. Thank
How does
you.
it feel?
It was very surreal for me, especially being on a ticket with people like K Love, Harold Green, and even Black Ice. Black Ice been doing spoken word for over 20 years, and K Love them, they've been in the game for so long. So I was just extremely humbled and surprised and shocked and felt like I arrived at the same time. It confirmed for me the conversations that God is allowing people to have about me in rooms that I'm not even in. You know what I'm saying? On my behalf, people that are watching me and seeing me, and they are, speaking these great things. So I'm humble and I'm grateful.
Absolutely, that's beautiful. Humble and grateful. How did
Indeed.
you get the notice? How did you find out?
How did I find out about what now?
About the nominee?
My manager hit me up. He called me and told me, and then I got another call from a really good brother of mine, another spoken word friend. He contacted me at work and was like, "Sis, I don't know if you know, but you on the ballot." I was like, "Ballot," you know. And he just, when he called me and said it to me again, like it was just more confirmation that people are seeing this and this is going on. So like, because I didn't even say anything about it, like I was still taking it in when my manager told me that night. And man, I couldn't believe it. I really couldn't believe it. I was just thinking about my mom and just a lot of things that I've gone through in my life, man. And these are small stepping stones, but they are a big deal to my family and I and the people who rooting for me and where I come from.
Damn right. So speaking of the people around you, who was the first person to believe in your talent, in your dream, and how did that belief shape you as an artist?
Man, so first I got to start first with my OG, with my mom, because when I was a kid, my mother would, and this is in my book. This is in my book right here. I opened up my book talking about my mom, and she used to invite the family into the living room. She'd call over her friends and my baby wrote something. Y'all come listen to my baby. My baby wrote something, and she would, make them listen to me, but that encouragement and having my mother to believe in me, even at such a young age, seeing her glow and gleam at the things that I was doing, making her feel good. That's what inspired me to go. And then when I started performing in 2012, the person who truly believed in me and pushed me to get out here. Hood raised from a team at Ease, what I'm saying, out of Chicago. That's my coach. I call him my coach because he put me in the game. You know what I'm saying? He took me under his wing, and he really did teach me a lot of things about performing, about spoken word, about writing. You know what I'm saying? And just performance and all around artist development and artist accountability. Oh, T, I can't. Your sounds got muted.
How about now?
Okay, there we go.
Okay. What does perseverance look like for you? What does it look like for Goddess Word the Poet to pursue her dream on a day-to-day basis? What keeps you focused?
Okay. So what keeps me focused and what I see that to be is faith over fear. Just the sheer perseverance to never give in and never give up. All right. I've been through some traumatic things in my life. Losing my mother in front of me. After experiencing things like that, I kind of made up my mind that God don't take you through things like that for no reason. So I'm destined for something. I truly do believe that. And as long as my faith and works come together, because faith without works is dead. So as long as I'm doing both, then God gonna reward the work that I'm putting in along with that faith, because I believe that he has something for me. And as long as I keep pushing off that, then I'm gonna get to that plateau of where he wants me to be. So I'm all about divine order. You know, I say that with my manager all the time. You know, everybody who truly knows me knows that that's how I rock. That's how I roll. I will turn something down in a minute if I don't feel it in my spirit to do it. You know, it's all about divine order. So that's what pushes me though. That's what keeps me going, is knowing that God has something for me. It's not about anything, anybody else, no fame, no glory. God has an assignment for me. God has a purpose for me. And I have to make sure that I stay in alignment with what it is that he has for me. So that's what keeps me going at this. Real talk.
Damn. I don't want to get too deep into such a heavy topic. I know it might be really difficult to talk about. Losing your mother. Bro, losing your mother in front of you. I'm sorry. That's all I want to say about that. I'm sorry.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
Yeah. What advice would you give to up and coming performers poets who are just starting to perform?
The best advice that I think I could give to a poet who's just getting started out, I would say to keep writing. You know, perfect your craft and your ability to keep an open mind that you gotta be better. Because everybody think I'm dope, but I don't think I'm the dopest. I ain't the dopest yet. I ain't the best. That's what I tell myself. I gotta keep being better. So if you just now starting out, realize that there's people who came before you and there's gonna be people after you. So you gotta keep being better. And that's just my focus. I don't worry about what Joe Blow and everybody else in them doing. I don't worry about their art and how they moving. I know what I got to keep doing for me. So as for other artists that's starting out, just keep going. Make yourself better. You know, that's the best thing that I could tell an up and coming artist. Just keep making yourself better.
Keep making yourself better. That is amazing advice. I have a really long question, but I'm so echoey. I'm so sorry. So you have a line in one of your poems, and I couldn't find the title of the poem, but there's this line that I really wanted to talk about. So the line goes,
I got a lot of lines that are worth talking about. But Indeed.
So you have this line that says, praying that God puts me in the light. They try to put me in a box because they didn't see me coming. But how can you prepare for thunder? That line just blew my fucking mind. And let's talk about it. So can you? That line to me sounds like the warnings of an underdog.
Indeed.
Does being underestimated or overlooked, does that fuel you? Like, does that put a fire in your chest?
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
Yeah. How do you use that?
Silently. You know, I just pay attention. I use the fuel. I'm a fire sign anyway. So the more you fuel me, the hotter we gonna burn. You know, and that's what I'm coming to do. I'm coming to tear shit up, straight up. You know, enter whatever it is that's coming. I'm coming to tear it up, for real. I'm coming to conquer it, straight up. Like, it's no, excuse my language, but it's no half-assing. Not where I come from. It's no
you can say whatever you want.
Yeah, it's no half-assing where I come from. You know, you either go hard or go home, straight like that.
Okay. So go hard or go home. Is that the melody that you started with?
The thunder line though, the thunder line, it's more so like, you know, like you said, you can't prepare for the thunder. You can't prepare for lightning. You don't know when it's gonna come. We can't even prepare for the rain. These are things that people aren't in control of. So even when it comes to my goals and my success, and like I said, what it is that God has for me, just even with 2020, everything that I just did, like, this is God's doing. You see what I'm saying? I'm not in control of what's happening with other people in their lives, but God what he's doing in my life, my greatness, I'm gonna hit the world like thunder. They not gonna see me coming, sis. That's how it's gonna be.
And that is
that's how my greatness gonna be.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, that's how my greatness gonna be. I'm gonna take the world by surprise. They're not
That
gonna see me.
doesn't surprise me at all. I've been watching you for about a year and a half. A little stalkery, but not too much. Because I
thought you had a crush on me at first or something. I was like, yeah, she on all my stuff, but it was love. It was love. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's love. It's love, no doubt.
Because I love to see not just people achieving their dreams, but as a poet, I love to see other poets come up. Like that shit feels good.
Yeah.
You know, and your poetry is so real isn't even the word. It's so inspiring. It's so honest. It's so fuck you. Here's what's happening.
Indeed.
And it is.
This is who I am. Yeah.
It's beautiful. I love your poetry.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And I love you, sis. I love you, sis.
I love you too.
Indeed. Indeed.
So
man, sister, I love you.
I love you too. And let's do that more.
Indeed. That's why I said it. We gotta do that more. It's necessary. It's necessary. You know, that meme that's going around with Michelle Obama doing the finger, you know, back at Miss Harris. That's that. I love you, sis. I got your back. You know what I'm saying? So, man, yeah, we need that. It's necessary. So that's why I said that. And it's sincere, and I mean that shit. I love you as my sister, man, for real.
Word. I love you too. I love you too. Oh my gosh. Who inspires you? Like, is there another poet? Is there an actor? Is there a book? Is there a fictional character? Who inspires you?
Man, you know, I was just thinking about this. Because I meant to text her and tell her like just how much. I know she probably know, but she might not. But man, I really am inspired by K Love, man. K Love, the poet. I'm on the same ballot as her in the Chicago Music Awards. I watched K Love transform too as an artist and as a person on the spoken word scene. And she's just somebody that, like, man, her love is just real and it's really genuine. And when it comes to setting that example of being a true God body, like in the flesh, she represents that so well. And I just look up to her as a sister, you know, as a fellow poet sister, as a friend, and as just as somebody who's been a leader, not just in the spoken word community, but in the community period and all around America, man. Anybody who knows who K Love the poet is, then y'all know what I'm talking about. Like, that sister is authentic and she's the truth. And she makes me want to be the truth, like I know how she the truth. You know how people make you be accountable for your shit. You know what I'm saying? K Love, one of them people. She pulled me to the side one day, her and a couple others, but mostly, man, K Love, man. She said some things to me that were dead on, and you know, made me be accountable for some shit, and I needed
it. Damn right you did. We need those.
You know, and shout out to my sis. Shout out to my sis, Lyrical Lioness too, man. My sister, Lyrical Lioness. That's she's somebody else who always pours into me and inspires me too. She's everything to me. That's my sis. That's my big sis. She definitely chastises me and also holds me accountable for my shit. She always has. So she's also somebody who inspires me too, and that I look up to in the spoken word game is Lyrical Lioness.
So we're gonna pause for a second and troubleshoot. I got some information on how to cut the echo.
All right, cool bean.
Do you have anything playing in the background? We started with Skype, but I turned that off. Is that playing in your background?
No, I don't have anything else. Oh, you know what? My Skype is still open. I think it is. Okay. I'm sorry about that.
That's all right. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can.
Still echoey.
It's still a little echoey. I don't know. You want to bring me back in? I don't know how. I'm not sure how it goes.
Okay, let's try that. So I'm gonna remove you and then you come back in.
All right, cool.
Sorry about that, guys. Thank you so much for being so patient. Please stay with us. Goddess Warrior, the poet, is a phenomenal poet. I've been following her career for a while now. And make sure you check out her website, goddesswarriorthepoet.com. We're going to bring her back in, and hopefully this will fix it. Let's see what this does. Can you hear us now? Uh-oh, I can't see your face. We got this, guys. Don't worry about it.
Okay. There we go.
Okay. Do you have headphones near you?
I do.
Can we try that? Headphones? Maybe that'll get rid of the
echo. Plug the headphones into my phone.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 1 second.
Okay, no worries. All right, we're gonna pause that. Thank you guys again for staying with us. Please do not leave. Goddess Warrior the Poet will be right back. She's gonna go and get some headphones, and we're gonna figure this out because we work on the fly. Okay, we figure things out as we go. Troubleshooting is always good. I have the executive producer Emily Entwisle, my homie Twizzle, on the other line helping me troubleshoot. Love you, Twiz. So let's try this.
Good now or what?
Again, can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm here, sis.
All right, we got it. Thank you so much, Twizzle. My executive producer, Emily Entwisle, was helping me figure that out. Thanks, Twiz.
All right. Well, maybe.
So you do so many things with your poetry, right? You're an advocate against domestic violence and violence of all kinds. Absolutely. Your poetry has a strong social justice message. You speak a lot about women's issues. Along with being an advocate against violence, would you also consider yourself an activist?
Some would. Yeah, some would. Some people would consider me an activist, yeah.
Would you consider yourself an activist?
Nah.
Really?
Nah. I mean, I always say that I'm for the people because, without the people there is no me. But I wouldn't add activist to my title. I wouldn't do that.
Okay. All right. I got you. When you think about where you've been, because your story is so hard. You've been through a lot of shit. Anyone who started from the beginning of this live knows that you lost both of your parents. You watched your mom pass. Like that kind of shit can really fuck somebody's life up.
Yeah.
And you continue to push forward. So what is it about your talent that kept you pushing forward? Not just perseverance, but what is it about your talent that you held on to through all of that and continue to push work out?
Man, I want to say my mom's, man. My mother's spirit. I just posted this. Like, I don't ever want anybody to have to pose the question, who raised you? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that shit hurt. Even as a mother too, because now that I'm a mom, I don't want nobody saying that about my own children, because that's a reflection of me as a mother. So even now, even though my mother isn't here, it's even more important that I provide the proper representation for my OG. And with me losing her the way that we did, my siblings and I also want to make sure that her death wasn't in vain. So I gotta keep going, because my story is her story. It's my father's story. It's all of our testimonies and all of our stories. So like my sisters and my brothers, they not like me. They not gonna get out in front of the world and go tell people how they feel. They transparent. They'll talk, but they're not like me in that sense. But one of us got to do it. Somebody got to do it. And God chose me to get out here to represent those who don't have the same power and capacity to speak up, to tell their stories. So I'm telling all of our stories, because what happened to me happened to my sister Carissa. It happened to my brother Zeke. It happened to my brother Kadel. You know what I'm saying? Like we all lost our siblings, our mom, our dad. You know what I'm saying?
You have a strong connection with God. Has God always been a fixture in your life?
Absolutely. And I think it is for all Black people. Simply because, well, I won't say all, but majority of Black people where we come from, we raised up in the church. You know what I'm saying? We may lose our way a little bit, along the way, but deep down, we rooted in knowing and having spirituality. It's a part of us, and once you tap into our true selves, when you have the knowledge of self and you know who you are and you know that God is a part of you, then you feed that, you water that so that it can grow into a stronger relationship. And that wasn't something that I just did, especially after losing my mom. It's been coming up on 11 years. So we're talking about almost 12 years that I've been working on healing. You know what I'm saying? That I've been hurt, that I've hurt people. I've been through things. I've losing my parents at the same time, learning how to be an adult without knowing how to be an adult. Just man, because I was young. I was like my second year of college. My sister was only like 20. I was 22, 23. My brothers were young. So like just all of that. It was a traumatic experience, but it's what fuels me too and what keeps me going, because like I said, that didn't happen to me for no reason, and I know that it didn't. So yeah, that's what keeps me doing this.
Damn right. So I've seen you perform, and you have this kind of swagger, right? How many? So when we see people perform and it's just seamless, it looks natural. How
Yeah.
many hours do you put into rehearsing to look that natural on stage?
None.
Stop playing with me.
None. I ain't gonna
Are you
lie.
serious?
Like I'm so for real. I be so busy. I don't have time to rehearse. Somebody was just talking to me like other day about rehearsing because I got this really big slam coming up in April, and I was like, "Geez, you make this sound so complicated." Like I'm not used to all the extra, it was just so much stuff that she was like critical things that she was telling me, and I'm just like, "Yo, I'm just used to performing." Like I rehearse. Only time that I rehearse and practice is if it's something brand new that I wrote. I ain't lying. Like I'm so for real. Like if it's brand new and I gotta memorize it, now I'm rehearsing it going over and over and over and over and over. But like, or if I gotta get on stage, what I'm saying, I'll practice or rehearse like right before. But like I don't do it throughout my day. I don't have time.
Okay, we gotta rewind. Let's go back. As the person who performs, I rehearse relentlessly all the time. I am
Relentlessly.
rehearsing.
I mean,
So,
well, this is the thing though.
mhm,
This is the thing though. Like when you get on stage, you don't want to be in your head.
mhm,
You over rehearsing. You doing too much. When you get on stage, you're supposed to be your natural self. You're supposed to be able to express raw and natural emotion for the
mhm,
audience to connect with you. You
mhm.
see what I'm saying? So what you see me do is just me being me. I'm just, you know what I'm saying? Like I've messed up, you know what I mean, a time or two, a time or two I have, but you learn over time with artist development, uh, where to pick it up at, where to just keep going, and that's what I've learned to do over the course of performing for almost a decade. I've learned to just keep going, and in that way, I know I messed up, but the crowd don't, the audience don't, because that's happened to me before. People like, oh man, you killed that. And in my head, I'm like, man, I missed like 3 lines, man. Like, Joe, like, I can't now believe I messed this piece up. But they like, yo, you killed that. And I'm just like, yeah, okay, thanks.
Appreciate it.
you know,
Are you your harshest critic?
I am. I am. I would like to say that I am. Like I said, people say a lot of things about God is Warrior the Poet. Some people already saying I went from rags to riches. Like it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like for real. Like I'm still paying my bills like everybody else. But it's just because where I come from, and where I come from, people don't become an international anything. I've become an international spoken word artist because I have performed out of this country, and I have other scheduled performances coming up that are not in the country. And I'm grateful to God for these things. But where I come from, man, people don't, you know what I'm saying? Man, people don't make it out the hood. Some people don't even go downtown. Some people don't get to go to another city or another state from where I'm from. You know what I'm saying? So for me to be able to go places like the Bahamas and perform, for me to go to Atlanta to perform, and I'm all, you know, I'm in St. Louis and I'm performing, I'm in Dallas and I'm performing, like my own brother, like no real talk, one of my blood brothers, like he ain't been nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm for real, like straight up. And but he loves me. He loves what I do. And my success is my brother's success. You know, whether he decides to leave Chicago or not, you know what I'm saying? But he rooting for me, he pushing for me. You know what I'm saying? So, but what I do is to represent everybody, all my people.
Ooh, okay. Whew. So I want to ask you. You have your international performing artist. Gotta check that out. Okay, right here
Yeah.
on Corporate You perform all over the place, right? Where?
Mm-hmm.
What is the? Is there a performance that you think of that just puts like goosebumps on your arm? Like, damn, I did that shit. Like, is there a
Yeah,
performance you're
man.
so proud of?
Yeah. I had to say, when I won the next showcase,
Mm-hmm.
I had won the Chicago next showcase. I was the only spoken word performer out of over 20 artists that performed on a very big stage. Every other artist performed with either audio music or a live band. I got on stage with no music, with no band. All I did was spit, sis. I just let God do what God do, and I won. And that's still like by far right now, it's my most memorable performance. I'll never forget when I walked out on stage, like the way the lights was blinding me, but everybody else could see me, and everybody was yelling so loud. They was yelling so loud that I had to wait. I had to be quiet. I had to be quiet for everybody else to be quiet for me to start spitting. But what happened was they didn't. But as soon as I opened my mouth and I started performing, we was in a club. You know, it's hard to perform and get the club to be quiet. You know what I'm saying? While everybody else is performing with their music going, everybody still kicking it. They paying attention and they partying. They at the bar doing their thing. We was up in this place, man. The room stopped. The bartender stopped. The drink stopped. The talking stopped. The partying stopped. The sidebar conversation stopped. Literally, all eyes was on me. And that's when I knew, that was at that moment I knew that God had me prepared to do something greater than I had ever imagined. I just needed to stay patient.
Damn right. Is there a thing that a mantra, or is there a thing that you say to yourself before you step on stage to center yourself, or do you just go?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Okay.
Yes, I do.
Can you tell us what it is?
I didn't want to, but I will.
Oh, you don't have
No,
to if you don't
but
want
no, I will. It's cool. It's actually from the Color Purple movie.
to. Ooh, okay.
So there's a scene out of the Color Purple, when Suge Avery was going into the church and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and that song she was singing, that "Speak, Lord, speak to me."
Yes.
So before I perform, even right before I did this virtual, I was upstairs in my room and I turned my music off, and I just said, "Speak, Lord, speak to me." I asked God to speak to me first before I speak to you.
Lord, that is a powerful scene.
Real
God.
talk. It's a very powerful scene, but I'll never forget seeing that scene in that movie as a little girl and the way it made me move, the way that made me felt. But it also showed me the power of church and God, and how no matter how far away we may go, because Suge Daddy was mad at her because of how her lifestyle was. But Suge grew up in the church. So regardless of the type of lifestyle she was living, you know, partying at the juke joints and all that, she was still centered because of her root. You feel me? So she went back to that church and hugged her father like that, man, and was it wasn't just her reconnecting with her physical father, but it was her reconnecting with the spiritual father too. You know what I'm saying? So like, man, like, yeah, so that's my ritual before I get on stage, before I get in front of a camera or any of that. I sing. I'm not the best singer, but I do that. I say, speak, Lord, speak to me. You know, that's what I do though. I ask God to speak to me. Cause man, if he don't put it in me, then I can't give it to you.
Lord have mercy. So your book, Poems and Petty Shit, a collection of studded stanzas. Love the
Yeah.
title.
Thank you.
Did it drop last year, 2020?
Yes, it did. Yes, it
And
did. It dropped
how long?
October 2020.
October 2020.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How long did it take you to put that book together, and how many poems are in it?
There is over 30 poems in the book. It took me about a full decade to put that book together. Matter of fact, longer than that, because some of the poems in that book I wrote when I was adolescent. I wrote those poems when I was 12, 13, 15 years old. Honestly, some of them are ones that are in the beginning, and then the other part, you know, you could tell it happened as I got older. But some of those poems, it happened when I was a little girl. But that's how long I've been writing and talking about the things that I've been going through. But yeah, and I actually formulated the book and formatted it during quarantine. You
We
know,
had so
when
much time.
we had so much time, and I had been talking about putting the book together for so long, you know, and when God gave me the time and he said me and I had the time, I sat down, you know, I utilized that time to do quite a few things. But I did. I put the book together during quarantine.
So you're one of those people who were active and bettering their life during quarantine instead of watching Netflix.
Oh, absolutely. I watched a little bit of Netflix, but you know what I'm saying. I realized that nothing stays the same. Everything is temporary, and eventually the world opened back up. I was trying to be prepared for when people start back getting together again. Like we got to give the people something, you know what I'm saying? So I was looking forward for the change because things constantly evolve. This is just a natural way of life. I don't care who's think they trying to control the Dow, no matter what virus they throw out, epidemic, pandemic, whatever. Like things still evolve, and God is in control of that type of change and evolution. You know what I'm saying? So that's how we rock it.
Got to. So what? I don't want to say what's next because there's nowhere to tell. But when you think about the kind of career and future that you want, what does that look like to you?
Man, you making me share my visions and my rituals.
Oh, you don't feel like
So
it.
okay,
I'm
no, it's cool. It's cool. You know what I'm saying? But one of the things that I envision and I manifest and I've said to myself, I do like this. I'd be like, because I have seen this and I know it's coming. And it's all in God's timing. But I'm gonna be on TV, radio stations, and movies and stuff like that. But I had a vision, right, of being introduced on Steve Harvey, Wendy Williams, and shit like that. And I in my mind, right? And so I started saying it like, ladies and gentlemen, we welcome to the stage Goddess Warrior the Poet. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, for the first time on the Steve Harvey Show, we welcome Goddess Warrior the Poet. So I say that. That's the vision that I've been having. I don't know when it's coming, but it's coming. You know what I'm saying? Like I keep seeing different, kept hearing different introductions and how I'm gonna be introduced, you know what I mean? But yeah, it was kind of something like that, you know. So my plateau and the vision that I have for my future is that, you know, it's not just about like the stardom or the fame. It's about me being that representation that you can go from trauma. You know what I'm saying? You can go from trauma and go from the hood, so to speak, sexual identity struggles. You can go from all of that, man, and still make it to where you want to be. Still pursue your dreams.
Hell yeah. If 10-year-old I guess Dianna at the time, I'm not sure if you got his word, the poet, when you were 10, what would your 10-year-old self
I
say
was
to
Lady
you?
Di.
You were
I was
Lady
Lady
Di?
Di. Lady Di at 10. That's what my aunties and grandma and them, everybody called me, Lady Di.
Lady Di. Okay, so what would Lady Di say to Goddess Word, the poet? Would they be surprised? Would they be happy? Would they be angry? What would your 10-year-old self say to you today?
Man, I think she'd be proud of me.
I
Because
think she would too.
I found the way to protect us.
Yeah, we're
You
just
know,
gonna let that sit for a minute. Boy, oh boy. You found a way to protect us. That is heavy and hard and important to say out loud. So thank you for sharing that with us. You did it. You did it. You found a way, and it's clear. I can see it in you. It is so fucking clear. And the moves that you're making, like, I know I seen like mad stalkers when I first started following you, but I saw a thing in you that I recognized because I see it in myself. Because poetry is life. Poetry is the only thing that makes sense. And when I see that in another poet, I just want to big you up in every possible fucking way.
thank
And to know that 10-year-old you is so fucking proud of adult you, you did shit right, bro. So many times the trauma of our past holds us back, but you didn't let it. That is a thing to be proud of. That is
thank you.
a thing that we should all we should all be giving you a hand because trauma follows, dude. Trauma pulls, trauma hurts, and pushing through that shit. It's what makes us not just strong, but durable. And that's what we need more of. Trauma's going to happen because life happens and the world is not a kind place. But pushing through that shit and seeing that
Indeed.
represented, that's what fucking matters.
Facts.
Thank you so,
Facts.
so very much.
Thank you for reminding me.
Yeah, absolutely. Fuck. Whew, I ain't gonna cry today. I'm lying.
I ain't want to cry either, but man, thinking back to man,
Mm-hmm.
all the people I still had in my life when I was Lady Di, when I was that age. You know, I grew up in a strong household, a strong family. You know, that's another difference between me and a lot of other people. And I ain't saying I ain't shunning them for that, but I'm grateful for my roots because it was rooted in real love, man, real family foundation. You know, my grandparents, my aunties and uncles and my cousins, like I had real family structure as a child, and I'm grateful for that type of example and just the love that I was given. And I lost a lot of them people, man, but I know them that they rooting for me. I know they rooting for me.
They absolutely are. They absolutely are. So some people were talking to you in the comments, and Twizzle said very powerful. Tara said beautiful, and she said yes, preach. Um, Tara also said deep, and she said thank you for sharing your truth and living in your authenticity. And
Thank you.
that's right there.
Thank you.
And Marie
Thank
said,
you.
love that our day and age has the ability to have y'all meet and hear each other's views and life lessons. This is great.
Oh yeah. Thank you. I can't see the comments, y'all, but I'm grateful and I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for listening and even leaving those comments. I appreciate it very much. Thank you.
Same. Whew. Well, we're gonna wrap it up here. My God, thank you so very much for coming on Uncorked with T.
Do I get to spit before we get out of here? I get to give the people some.
I don't want to put you on the spot.
I gotta take the headphones off. Can I take? I gotta take the headphones off.
Yeah, I'll be quiet. I'll be quiet. Hold
up. All right. All right. So. All right. How I sound? I'm not echoed. Am I? We good? Good. Okay. All right. So I've been this way all my life, and I'm gonna continue to be me regardless. Mama gave me love as a stud and told me, baby, you be a queen regardless. So I could never be heartless. You can try and rain on my parade, but I'ma keep marching. See, I was born different from the rest. Umbilical cord around my neck. On my way into this world, already won my battle with death. And my soul steady rising, glowing up like the horizon, connected to a network stronger than Verizon. I be more than a woman. Through me, a new life be forthcoming. And I'll admit that I was scared, had to conquer some fears. But big girls don't cry, we fight and sweat out the tears. Been this way for years. Homophobes steady bashing, ask if I'm a boy or a girl, then wait on my reaction. Well, it's time for some action, speaking loud and proud. My sexuality was never something I was confused about. We all pretend for the crowds, living our lives in doubt, till you emerge from that closet yelling, I'm coming out. See, I want the world to know that I was never in. Mama's love always made me comfortable in my own skin. Yet the voyage of my life was nothing but hardships. And getting pregnant by a man was one of the hardest. See, a stud being pregnant is often frowned upon. They want to know if you switch teams and whose side you on. Have you been sneak dicking, getting it in on the side? For the ones they have, their pride allows them to keep quiet. But see, before being a lesbian, see, I'm a child of God, then my mother's daughter. That what comes first, straight in that order. Yeah, I made a mistake and slip up with a guy. After all this time, 31 years old, carrying life inside. It was then I came to realize, girl, you more than a woman. You're a true God is. By the power vested in me, I saw firsthand just who God is. And the picture's never been clearer. Staring at myself in the mirror, seeing a reflection of God's perfection, can't tell me nothing less. They say you can't be saved until you open your mouth and profess. Well, in this piece, I confess that this ain't about sex, but in order to see the naked truth, sometimes you gotta undress. So here I am, bare ass, refusing to be embarrassed. Come and see through my looking glass. All of you mad hatters, I'ma still give you the pieces of me, even after it all shatters. I'm Goddess Warrior, the poet, y'all. Peace and love, man. Goddess Warrior, the poet. I got a book online called Poems and Petty Shit. Poems and Petty Shit. That piece is not in the book. That piece is on my album. It is also available online. It's called More Than a Woman, Introduction of a Goddess. You can Google me. I'm on Tidal, Spotify. The book is on Amazon. I definitely appreciate the support.
God damn. Yo, your metaphors, bro. So just thank you. Thank you. Motherfucking thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for your time and thank you for having me. Thank you for watching and supporting me, you know, rocking with me, sharing all my work and my videos, T. That's why I said, man, sister to sister, I love you, G. Like, for real, for real. I like the energy that you've given me just from afar and online, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to make sure I still reciprocate that and give it back to you tenfold and let you know, Queen, that you are amazing, you beautiful. What you doing out here is necessary. I jumped on your live the other day. You know, the people that you're interviewing are all of different diversified backgrounds, and it's important that we continue to see that as well. So no matter how many people jump on the live or not, keep doing this shit. Continue to build up your platform. IT, I love you.
I love you too. Thank you so much for being here with us. Thank you for saying that. I just want to.
God said that. That wasn't even me. That was God. See, that was God speaking to me to speak to you.
Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Gots to be listening. Gots to be listening. Whew. So, can we get your book and your website one more time?
Sure thing. Website is www.goddesswarriorthepoet.com. You can go to the website and you can purchase the book there as well. You can click on the link. It'll take you straight to Amazon to purchase the book. The book is called Poems and Petty Shit, a collection of studded stanzas. You know what I mean? Is it all right, Kenny? Do we got time to break this cover down real quick?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. So of course, I've never really said this live. So of course, you got the rainbow, but when I was a little girl, I had sandy brown curly hair. All right. And so the uniform, of course, is a girl, you know, with the schoolgirl uniform on, and the tie is representative of the tomboy and the LGBT lifestyle, me dealing with sexuality as a schoolgirl, you know, in my middle school years. So the head cut off, and the hair, the curly brown hair, is representative of me in my adolescence and me being that 10-year-old girl, G. So again, thank you for that question, man. You know what I mean?
That's tight. I love that. Symbolism is my thing. I can talk about a picture for hours. I love that you broke that down for us. Thank you so much.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yes. Make sure y'all pick that up.
And I also cut the head off because today is representative of a lot of girls, a lot of little girls, a lot of young studs still too out here that's still trying to find their way. You know what I'm saying? So, man, please recommend this book, Poems and Petty Shit, a collection of studded stanzas, to any young person or even an adult, because there's some grown women out here who still trying to find themselves too. You know what I'm saying?
Ain't that the truth?
Ain't that the truth?
Damn. God damn. All right, y'all. Make sure you check out Goddess Warrior the Poet's website. Make sure you pick up that book. Thank you, Goddess Warrior Poet, for being with us today. Thank you for sharing your story. Thank you for being vulnerable and open and honest. Thank you for giving yourself open to God in order to be with us here today. Thank you so much.
That's what we need, man. I'm here for it all the time. Peace and love, sis.
Peace and love. Everyone loves you in the comments, just so you know.
I love y'all too. We need more love out here, man. More real love, genuine love. No more of the fakeness. No more of the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Come with the real, yo. Come with the real. I love my people too. I love my people. Real talk. Everybody that's commenting, I can't see none of y'all comments, but everything that she's telling me, everybody that's watching this, if you see me, I love you. For real, for real. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. And I can love you because of how much I love me. I can love you because of how much I love me.
Say
People
that shit again.
All the time.
Say it again. I don't think they fucking heard you.
I don't know, for real. No, seriously, because people do that. Like, oh, you love me, you don't even know me. I ain't gotta know you. I know me. I know me. God love you too. You know what I'm saying? God love you too. And that's how we gotta operate. I operate in that spirit of love. You know what I'm saying? Everything ain't gotta have a hidden agenda. Everybody ain't gotta have some type of hidden intent. It's just be genuine, just be real. Unfortunately, it's some ill people out here. You know what I'm saying? But me, I ain't switching up. I ain't changing. You know what I'm saying? They gonna love me for my ambition and for my realness. Straight up. I'm loving on my people because we need that shit, yo. We've been through too much. It's time to stand together. It's time to hug each other. It's time to love on one another. We got to get back to that.
Absolutely. I heard it here, man. Thank you, Goddess Warrior the Poet. Everyone loves you in the comments. Thank you guys for being here with us.
Love y'all too. I love y'all too. I love you because I love me. Remember what they say, man. You can't love nobody else if you don't love yourself. Period. Period.
That
so
should
don't
be
all on social media talking about self-care and taking the self-love challenge when you know you're still struggling at home. Stop it. Love yourself for real so you can really get out here and love somebody else the right way. All right. Peace and love, y'all. I'm out.
Peace and love. Thank you guys for watching. Have a wonderful weekend. Remember, wine tastes great. All right, y'all. Have a wonderful weekend. Thank you guys so much. Deuces.